Welcome to Fireside Chats at the Holmes Theater. I'm Beth Gilbert. The COVID-19 crisis has affected pretty much everyone in our community, and as a way to make us all feel a little more connected, I've been reaching out to local leaders to see how they're handling it personally and professionally, and just to get their thoughts on the future and how to stay positive. So right now I'm honored to have Doug Froke. He's the superintendent of the schools in Detroit Lakes. How are you doing, Doug?
Good.
How's your family doing?
It's been good. It's been a wild ride in the last couple of weeks, and I think you used the word the new normal, and I think it is the new normal, and as we take a look at all of the questions that we have, it's been a good time to be able to go home at night and just spend time with family, because right now there are a lot of families that maybe are taking advantage of it as well. We realize how much the school does at night. And I think our activities director, Rob Nielsen, said it best that, where else in the community is there 4 nights a week where there's 500 people that come into the school and for an activity? And so that's quite a bit. So it's been nice to be able to take a refuge from that and go home and spend some time with Colleen and Carson and Connor and just do the things that families do.
Good. What is the mood at the school? How are the teachers feeling? What are you hearing or feeling? What's it like in the hallways? It's got to be surreal.
It's very different. It's very different. We miss kids. That's why we do what we do, and we miss them greatly. And they bring so much energy into our buildings on a daily basis. So for us now to think about how we deliver our curriculum differently, that's what our teachers are doing as we speak, Beth, and they're looking at ways that they can work with technology to reach their kids. One of the interesting things about that is that we talk about this distance learning component of what we're dealing with from a COVID-19 standpoint is the main thing that we emphasize to the teaching staff is it's always about relationships first. And we got to make sure that it isn't just basically assign a bunch of homework and we'll hear from the kids when we hear from them. It's got to be bigger than that. As much as we miss them, they miss us too in the school, and sometimes we're a connecting point for them, for the kids, and we got to make sure that we're contacting them on a regular basis while we're out. And so, as you asked the question about the teachers and the support staff, they're in the same place that you and I are in the private sector. They're curious, they're concerned, but I think they all understand why we are doing things the way we're doing them, with the schools being closed and those kinds of things. So we're experiencing the same emotions as everybody else, but I think they're also understanding why. And this too shall pass. We'll get this. We'll beat this thing.
Yes,
we'll
that's
win.
One of my favorites is this too shall pass. Yes. So how about parents? I mean, I know how I'm feeling. What are you hearing from parents out there? What are their main concerns right now?
Basically, I think they understand where we're at in this time frame, where we closed on the 16th of March, and then we go to the 27th. That we've identified that as a spring break. So I think moms and dads understand that there's nothing going on, but with respect to schooling and instruction and that kind of thing. And they also know what the teachers are doing in preparing for Monday, March 30th. And
because the teachers aren't on spring break.
The teachers are not,
they're working,
right? They're preparing their plans, and so they're working every day. And so I think that right now we haven't heard a lot from parents because they know what period we're in right now. I think as time goes on, we're going to want to make sure that we have that open dialogue with moms and dads as it relates to that relationship piece that we talked about earlier. That if we want to make sure that we don't have that daily contact maybe anymore like we used to. And so we have to make sure that moms and dads feel like they can contact us. We haven't heard from this, haven't seen a grade on this. That work on communication has to amp up on both sides of the equation to make this work. And quite honestly, another interesting component of the discussions here they're having at the higher ed level, we're having it here in the school level, is distance learning may not work for everybody. unfortunately, it's the hand we're dealt. So what does a grade look like? Can you really apply a grade to equitably to kids who maybe don't deal with distance learning well? And so we're looking at having discussions about maybe A, B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3, 4 isn't the best way to assess a kid's performance. And do we talk about pass, fail, satisfactory or unsatisfactory, that kind of thing. So all of these things are in play, and certainly conversations are being held as we speak with the teaching staff about that. So everything's a little bit different.
Up in the air, yeah.
We have to use our creative juices and let them flow, and it's all about what's best for kids. And that's in this time, that's where we have to focus.
And just one more school, you mentioned Rob. What is the status of sports right now? I don't think I even know. For spring sports, they're just kind of on hold, right? We're just in a holding pattern.
Correct. I think there is an mid-April timeline that they put in place just to kind of as a holding pattern. We'll just see. Schooling will drive the activities, obviously. Okay. So as of this point, the coaches they may have done some things with workouts and those kinds of things, but there really isn't any contact with their athletes at this point. So when we wait and see, when and if we come back into session, then the activities engine will rev up as well.
Okay. Any really heartwarming stories? Anything you've seen out there? I know your teachers. You have some amazing teachers on staff. Any really great messages you can let people know, that things that you've seen happen in the schools as we're trying to deal with this new normal, or maybe you just have an upbeat message that you'd like to end with? Let us hear.
Well, as it goes, you've maybe seen some of our teachers. I picked up on the third grade teachers at both Roosevelt and at Rossman, washing the hands, doing the dancing that they've been doing. I thought those were really cute, and I think we got to try and shed some positivity on all this. This happened. There's nothing we can do at this particular point in time to stop what happened. It's a virus, and the only way we control it is through our own measures, and obviously, the washing of hands, the covering of coughs, the distancing. All those kinds of things. It's about our own regulation, and if we take care of ourselves, we'll take care of the virus. And so we hope we will. I know we can, and we just look forward to getting kids back into the schools, and that's when we do well, both as a school but as a community too. We just see what the school does and how much we just love our kids, and so we'll get there.
Okay. On that, I'll give you the arm bump. All right, so thank you. Thanks for joining us Fireside Chats at the Holmes Theater. I'm Beth Gilbert. If there's someone in the community you'd like to hear from, please email me, beth@dlccc.org. Thank you.